In this video, I'll be going over how to add or subtract fractions, and the trick with these, it's a little bit more tricky than multiplying or dividing fractions because we need something called the least common denominator. So what this basically means that when we have two fractions and they don't have the same denominator, we need to change them so that they have the same denominator, and then we can add them. So if we look at what we have here, we have a 2 on the bottom and a 3 on the bottom. So we need to find the LCD, or the least common denominator. So what we do is we pick, to find our LCD, we need to choose our greatest number. So that would be 3. So we're going to just write multiples of 3. So first it's 3. Well, does 2 go into 3 evenly? No, so that doesn't work. So after 3 we have 6. Does 2 go into 6? Yes. Does 3 go into 6? Yes. So our LCD in this case is 6. So now we need to change 1/2 into a fraction over 6, and we need to change 2/3 into a fraction over 6. So the way we do this is we're going to multiply by something. So to get 2 times what gives me 6, I have 3. So I'm going to put the same thing on top. So 2 times 3 gives me 6. 1 times 3 gives me 3. So my new fraction is 3 over 6. Same thing over here. We're going to multiply by something to give us something over 6. So 3 times what gives me 6? It's a 2. So the 2 also goes on top. So 2 times 2 is 4. So my new fraction is 4 over 6. Now, since both fractions have the same denominator, which is 6, I can actually add them. So I have 3 6 plus 4 6, and my denominator stays the same, and I just add the top numbers. So I add 3 plus 4, which is 7. So my final answer is 7 over 6. Let's do another example. Let's do 2/5 plus 1/4. Again, I need a least common denominator, so I look at my denominators, I take my bigger number, which is 5, and I start listing multiples of 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and so on. So let's see if any of these work. So let's start with 5. 4 does not go into 5 evenly, so that doesn't work. 5 goes into 10, but 4 does not go into 10, so that doesn't work. 5 goes into 15, but 4 does not go into 15, so that doesn't work. 5 goes into 20, but 4 goes into 20, so this works. So my new denominator is 20. So let's change 2/5 to a fraction over 20, and let's also change 1/4 to a fraction over 20. So I'm going to multiply by this, by something to give me something over 20. So 5 times what is going to give me 20? That's 4. I put my 4 on top. So 2 times 4 is 8. So that's 8 over 20. That's my new fraction. Same thing for the second fraction. 4 times what is going to give me 20? That's 5. I put 5 on top. 1 times 5 is 5. Now I have these two new fractions that I need to add. So 8 over 20 plus 5 over 20. So I have a 20 on the bottom. 8 plus 5 is 13 over 20. And that's my final answer.